In 1995, John and I became friends. We were in a play together. It was one of them good Negro plays. Shoot mama from the car or something. It was something like that. Throw mama somewhere, something, do something to mama. And John and I became really close friends very quickly. And a lot of it had to do with the unspoken burden and the unspoken scar and the unspoken limp that we both shared, not having a father. And we connected on a very deeper emotional level because we both lacked a lot that we internally had a lot of anger about. We were very angry that we didn't have dads. And it came out in many different ways. And we spent a lot of time together in the 90s, running red lights and going to court and laughing at people in the courtroom. Just being ignorant. John was always taller than me, so didn't really mean that for a joke. And so it looked like I was the little brother. He was the big brother, but yeah, there you go. I see. And I called John several years ago and had a conversation with him about the man that I was when we first met, because when we first met, I was newly married and was not the best example of what a young married man should be. And I brought a lot of my single ways onto the road when I met John, because I got married on a Saturday and left for a play with John that Monday and was gone from my wife for months. Wasn't wise, immature, 25 years old. And I had a lot of single ways that probably were not the best example in front of John when I was around other ladies, and how I would respond to other ladies and how I would carry myself as a newly married man, especially to a younger man who was looking down up to me. And a few months into the play, well, when the play was over, he went on tour with me. We were going to go on tour, and I almost lost my life in an accident back in '96. And John was there at the hospital, and I was in a coma, I heard, and my wife was newly married. Because that single man mentality had to die before I continued that image that John didn't need to see and that I did not need to be. We were already broken because of the bad images that our fathers gave us. And that cycle had to end. And I called him a few years ago, several years ago, and I said, man, I want to apologize to you for the kind of young man I was when we first met. I was not the best example of a young married man in front of you. And for 24 years now, we've talked about that anger and that bitterness and that pain, and how that pain has become fuel. And it's very unique how God will use the most painful things to be the most powerful moments in ministry. And John, we had a tree in our yard. We had these two trees in our yard. And one tree was rotten. And they were trying to save the tree because they were both together. They were growing together. And the rotten tree was killing the good tree. And so they came out to the house. The arborist didn't know what that was until they said, but it's a tree, people. It's a tree man. It's a tree man. Tree man. Right? Tree man. And to save the good tree, they had to pull out the other tree to keep the healthy tree a lot, so we had to lose one to be able to save one. And the only reason why the other one lasted is because the arborist said it lasted because the roots were deeper than the sicker tree. You know, John, we've lived with a lot of pain without having our dads, but a lot of things had to be removed so that we could be able to live and get deeper roots. Look at the amazing grace of God. So I'm very proud to see God get your roots real deep. I'm getting ready to go. You didn't ask me to do no music. I got attitude about that, but no. I'm finna, you want me to sing? Where the people at?
Now behold the Lamb. Come on, Fantasia, Tyler, y'all get up here and sing Now Behold the Lamb. Come on, Tam.
It's a B flat. This is the kind of church you can wear jeans in. So come on. Tasha. Travis. William. This is what John wants. William Murphy. Where your mic at?
It's your, this yours, you got the tone.
Here we go, here we go.
Now behold the Lamb, the precious Lamb of God, born into sin that I may live again, the precious Lamb of God.
Holy.
Holy is the Lamb,
Lamb of God.
the precious Lamb of God.
Why you love me so?
Why you love me so, Lord, I shall never know. The precious Lamb of God. Now behold the Lamb, the precious Lamb of God. He was born into sin that I may live again. The precious Lamb of God. Even when I always didn't do right, and when life you told me to go right, but I'm standing right here in the midst of my tears, and I claim you to be the Lamb of God. Now behold, behold the Lamb. Ooh, precious Lamb. Oh, because of your grace, we can finish this race. The precious Lamb of God.
Even when I broke your heart, my sin tore us apart. But I'm standing right here in the midst of my tears, and I claim you to be the Lamb of God. Yeah. New life can begin. For you washed away all of my sins. And who the Son sets free is truly free indeed. And we claim you to be the Lamb of God. Behold the Lamb, the precious Lamb of God. Why you love me so, Lord, I shall never know. The precious Lamb of God.